Hello. I made the other day step by step pictures of how I made my sunflower, and I don't know if everybody get it pretty clear. I think we're gonna give it another try and we're gonna make a video. Okay? First to everything, we're gonna do it in hot water irrigation style, which means we don't need to pre-soak the t-shirt. Just I pre-washed the t-shirt with a little bit of Blue Dam, just for making sure it doesn't get any of the chemicals that I get before. First thing, like always, we're gonna do all the sleeves together, all the sleeves together. We're gonna make sure we really separate front part to the back part. Okay. Okay. Be careful. Making sure it looks nice and neat. Okay. Now we only gonna do the sunflower on the front. Then we're gonna decide where. I always go like maybe around here, a little more to the top, and we're gonna make a basic accordion fold, airplane fold. Sorry, my English is not great, but you don't like it. It's the way that I speak. Fold it back. You don't need to be worried to get really pointy in this case, because we're gonna make a big circle of the sunflower. Then it's gonna be always okay. Close this way, other way. And as you can see in this video, this is gonna be done really fast. We're gonna finish the sunflower probably like in less than half hour from now. I'm gonna use black sinew. John teach me. He didn't teach me. I saw him use this sinew, the black one, and since then it's the only one that I use. I really love it. And this is gonna be simple as that. We're gonna choose how big is gonna be the center. Like probably like 2 fingers from the beginning. Close it up. Tight it up. It's gonna make a new cool differences. Actually, I don't know why I didn't use this. I have the puller. Nikolai. I think it's only for one easy pull. It's gonna be okay. Okay. Break it down. I'm gonna make a tiny knot, but I wanna make sure. I always like to make it like leaving this right there, then I know that it's just pulling and the sinew is gonna get out. Okay, we're gonna use 2 hemostats right here for making the petals, make it really pointy and neat. We can do this part later. I'm not worried about it right now, but if you're just gonna mark it where they're gonna go. We're gonna do one right here, probably like a 45 degree. And the other one, yes, right here. That is, oops, be careful with the hemostats. They always really dangerous. Okay, now I always like to do like different cool stuff in the back, and that's what I've been learning lately. I always used to do the DNA, but I like to do new stuff every day. I like to learn, and right now I'm like really obsessed with the wrong stars. I'm just gonna do a tiny wrong star right here, okay? It's gonna be the same than before. I'm gonna do accordion fold, fast and neat. I don't have like a lot of attention to the detail, but that's the way the how I am. I'm kind of a messy guy. I like it that way. I'll make a knot on the sinew. Now, yes, I'm gonna use Nikolai's puller. You should have one if you don't. He's a great artist and he made really great tools. 2 or 3 labs and point. How we made the wrong start? Really simple. We're gonna fold this in the way the line of the sinew it lines up with the end of the t-shirt. We're gonna go like that. Pull a couple more and pull. Come back up. Yes, so on, until we think it's gonna be enough. Like I said before, this is not even pre-socketing soda ash or nothing, because we're gonna do hot water irrigation to make a really cool effect. Pretty much same effect that you get with the ice, but without the batching time. So you're gonna see right now, after we finish this, it's gonna go directly to the washing machine, like 15 minutes. Oh, bro, 15 minutes after, it will be already ready to go. Now I always heard that people that you need to pull tie until your fingers hurt. You know what? They broke always to me. I always had problems with the sinew. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, if I am really tying that hard, because as always listen to people say, you know, if it's not hard enough, it will never make the cool lines, but it's always breaking to me. Okay, we're gonna put the sleeves all nice and neat together. Sorry that I don't talking really loud, but I had my kids sleeping, 2 kids, and my wife is sleeping, and I don't wanna wake them up. And today is no music for me. It's not nothing. Usually this part I will do it with kite string, but I'm gonna get some. Hold on 1 second. I'm back. Let's get some kite string. I'm going to finish this really tight. With the string, always help you to get all the job and tight together, but it will allow the dye to go down, go further. Pretty much is gonna be it. Making sure it goes in the right angle. Cutting this. Now we're gonna go to the dye session. Okay guys, see you in a second. Okay, I already have here the colors that we're gonna be using for making my sunflower t-shirt. We're gonna go for citrus yellow to banana for the petals. Then we're gonna use the regular brown for grateful dyes. And for the rest of the t-shirt, we have some cerulean blue, some turquoise, bright green, and lime green. All these dyes is being mixed with soda ash in the powder, and just shake it in the bottles in a 2:1 ratio, 2 of soda ash per 1 of powder. In the meantime, we're warming up the water here. I've always one of these thermometers. I want to make sure the water is between 140 and 160. Okay, I'm gonna open the bottles. We're gonna start putting the dye. Okay, we're going to start with the brown. I like these tiny measuring cups, and the brown is gonna be only for the tip of the sunflower. That's gonna be more than enough. Then I always like to use total yellow, really careful around the hemostats. I love lemon yellow, but I mean lately I'm using more like citrus yellow. It makes like less fakey yellow color. And now we're gonna put some banana around. I like this to give it the tiny orange look. I know I need to learn to use the camera better. And now we're going with our greens, because I want to make sure that looks like they are on the grass. And really careful the greens around. I like to use both in the same areas. If I wasn't recording this right now, I promise I will be more carefully. But I mean, right now it's just for showing you guys what I do. A little turquoise here, a little turquoise there. I like to use colors that go well together. I used to just throw the colors without thinking, you know, like putting a lot of green or a lot of orange in my blues in the same area, and the color was really messy in the very end. And lately I learned that you need to be really good with the schemes and colors. And that's what I'm trying to learn now, and I think I'm getting better on it. I'm making more color sense. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be pretty much it. Now we're gonna check what temperature our water is. Let's see right here. And of course, if you wait to the end of the video, I will make some magic trick for you guys. Still proving why I am the tie-dye magician. You can see some of my work right here that I have waiting for the owners to pick it up. My Mario and Luigi, my Alf being adopted for a UFO, a Darth Beer. Actually, if this video is still working, I will probably teach how I make my stitching designs. I love this Alf. Mario and Luigi is like my love. Okay, let's wait 1 second for the water to be ready. Okay, we have the water in 160 right now. And just put it right there. We're gonna first throw some of the water out because I realized that it's not hot enough in the beginning. You need to make sure that it's truly hot. And we're gonna start really slowly. Now we got it hot. I'm gonna start like really slowly in the back of the t-shirt. Right there, water to 160. Remember, colors mixing a ratio 2:1. So that's for 1. Look how bright this is. I promise that if this is still working and people like to watch the videos, I will try to speak louder, and I will try to record it better with the camera, or I will buy a stand or something. For now it's just a first try. Really careful in these areas. I'm gonna make sure the colors. This is the more critical area. We don't want the green come here. Make sure most of the green stays on the area. There we go, right there. Look at that, how bright. After we start, we can go a little faster. I love this color. Now, really careful with it. Oh, that's what we don't want. Let's see. We want full saturation, but I know for sure. You know? Clean it up really fast if you get colors in the wrong area. Don't worry, it's tie-dye, it will always look cool. I hope. If not, I will never post this video. I always have problems with the wrong start. I used to have problems to make sure when the dye went deep enough. I discovered for some of our guys that you don't need to try to go deeper to the other side. You need to, the key is get to the middle of the t-shirt. The key is when you flip it over, make sure the other side is completely still pretty dry. It's never gonna be dry on the corners, on the sides, but it will be dry on the middle of the t-shirt. With the wrong stars, you need to make really, really careful. It's like a engineering masterpiece. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a little more. We're gonna flip it over and ready to wash. Look, as I told you, it's almost bone dry in the middle still. And we're gonna put some powder again. As we did before, we're gonna start with my yellow. And don't worry, I know we see some green right there. It will disappear. I hope. If not, all this is gonna be a disaster. I try to do it with all the love of the world, or I can tell you that. My cerulean blue for this part of the wrong star. And then right there. My dear turquoise, my two favorite colors. I love turquoise. And now my greens. My greens, look at that. We don't want that. Make sure that I need to buy a stand. I cannot. There is no way to make a decent dye position with one hand only. I want to make sure you guys see. At least try to understand what hot water irrigation means. And by the way, yeah, we should be wearing masks in all this process. But if I already speak pretty softly, just imagine how bad I'm gonna be speaking with a mask. I wear a mask when I do my tie-dyes. Today's a teaching class. Then if you wanna teach, you need to take some risk. You remember that I told you water is already in 160? Probably right now it's still gonna be like in 140, 140, 150. If you stop and you start dying in 140, you're always gonna have problems that you're gonna need to come back. Water is gonna get cold releasing. And you're gonna have to start over again. Heating the water. I'm doing all this process again. Okay. As we told, this is real timing. I'm gonna finish dyeing this area, and then I will try to hold the camera in a better way, and we're gonna do the washout, and let's see what happens. Okay, as we said before, I think it's only passing like 23 minutes since I start making this t-shirt, and we're gonna start rinsing. Just cold water in the beginning, a little bit just for taking all the extra powder. Wanna make sure it runs clean, close to the hemostat, because when I took it out, I'm gonna make sure that line is still pretty white and bright. And we're just gonna wait a second, make sure the water is almost running clear right there. Very good right now. Good. Not a lot of brown. Blues is always taking forever to rinse. Really good right now. I'm gonna turn the water to really hot water right now. We're gonna start breaking the thread. This is my best tool forever. Since most of my designs are stitching designs, I all the time using this tool, and I found it really handy for taking the sinew and everything out. Okay, I should pull my thermostat out. Remember that we talked about this note? No. Making sure we know where we made the note. Yes. Take it off. Nice and bright lines. That's what we like. Okie dokie. Put it out. you thinking? It's gonna be a good tie-dye, or it's gonna be like a pretty awful one? That's what I love of this job, you never know. I always think it's gonna be awesome. Drive me to make a billion of awful ones before, then I can I don't know what is gonna happen until the very end. And of course, if you stay until the end of the video, we're gonna make a magic trick. In the meantime, they were waiting for the washing machine. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We're almost there. We're almost ready to get the deal. Or you can make a tie-dye in less than an hour. It's gonna be a pretty good separation level. Don't see any whites here anywhere. Hopefully the washout doesn't go anywhere. See, a couple of scratches. Open and see what is gonna happen. Separating both sides. This is gonna be a long scar on the back of the t-shirt. Looks pretty damn cool. And there's gonna be a sunflower. Gonna be pointy, you're not gonna know until we shoot. I think it's good. Gonna wash out and see what happens, okay? See you in a little bit. Okay, let's go do some magic in the meantime. Then we wait for the wash out. We're gonna use for this magic trick only 3 tiny balls and 3 cards. Doesn't matter what card it is. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna fold it a little bit. I'm gonna put on top of each ball 1 card, okay? I'm gonna grab this ball, I'm gonna make a hole on the table, I'm gonna make it go through and pa! Now we have 2 balls. Nah, we used to have 1 here. No, there is nothing. We used to have 1 here, right? There is nothing. It used to be 2 right there, right? There is 3. Okay, so wait for the washout.